Hello everybody and welcome back to Urban Adventures. We are back in central London underneath the Holborn Viaduct, looking at some of the details in this magnificent structure. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Loving the maroon, the burgundy paintwork on the construction. Absolutely fantastic. Winemakers Club. Have walked across here many times but never actually done a filming, so today is the day, and I'll just zoom you up on some of those magnificent faces there. Have a look at that. And then you get an idea of the underneath of this structure. Off we go. Yeah, it's a much cooler day today. It's about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, so just under 40 Fahrenheit. Again, more than comfortable as far as I'm concerned. Just had to pause you there on the steps to check out the view on the other side there. I mean, there's some magnificent statuary work here, and then have a look at this pretty impressive creature, a lion with some wings, and then there's also those there. And this is a statue, and it's got agriculture, so self-explanatory really on that. And then showing you a cross view from the Holborn Viaduct looking south, and we'll cross over the other side to see the other side. But there's just so much great detail. I mean, look at those 2 figures there. Just plenty of statuary, plenty of history all around. And then this statue represents commerce, so you can see some details on that. And in the corner, another of my friends there, lion with the wings. So it's just super decorated with these fabulous details, and that's showing you the view looking across, and we need to be on the other side to get a look at the view looking north. The view in front of you with all the scaffolding, that is Smithfield Market, which is being redeveloped at the moment. And then a statue for fine art showing the quill or pen and tablet. Another couple of figures, And that's the view there, and the lion there. So as I said, having walked over here many times, I'd never stopped to just properly appreciate the details. And you've got there on the other side replicated the same two figures on that side of the building. So it really is an organic whole in which both sides are sort of evenly balanced. And then here you've got the final statue of science holding the scales up there, and then another figure just there. So and it got the City Heritage Award in 2014. And then I've got to show you on this side. We're going to zoom you over there. Look at that. Another magnificent bit there. So what I try and do here, and what you'll have to try and do, is just ignore the sort of more modern office blocks that in this part of London just aren't that interesting, and just try and focus on some of the older details that are here. Breathing in the beautiful winter air there. In fact, it's a little bit cooler than the temperature. I say it's more like 3 Celsius, but no rain. It's dry, which is great. Some possible sleet has been forecast for the next day or two, but if we do get a decent heavy snowfall, we'll be all over London, basically capturing the capital city at its picturesque best. And then just look at this here. I mean, look at the character on the brickwork there, on those pillars. Just looks like it needs a wash, but to do so would just destroy the whole character. And it's the city temple. Probably approached it from the wrong way, so you couldn't really see it as I approached it. And it says, "The stone which was unveiled by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, commemorates the rededication of the city temple to the glory of God, 30th of October 1958. And it's yep, plenty of character. Look at those windows. And then you've got just that. And then we're going in for a closer look at this magnificent church right here. Let's have a look. And then again the lion's head theme all over, just running along these railings there.
Excuse me?
Yes.
As you're recording, can I show you the magic trick?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh gosh,
I'm trying
wow.
to make change, but I'm struggling.
Right. Do that again, that's impressive.
The 10p coin.
Yeah. Wow, that's good.
All I ask is, can you give me some change?
I could, but I've got the things in the back of my pack, and I'm in the middle of recording, so I can't. But
all right.
You've got some publicity there for your trip.
Thank you very much.
I wish you well for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was pretty impressive. Did enjoy a bit of magic there. and just showing you where we are then. And this is St Andrew, Holborn, Guild Church and churchyard. And it is quite magnificent in their closed today, of course. But yeah, it's a pretty beautiful structure. I mean, just thinking about that chap doing the magic trick, I mean, I certainly would have given him a couple of coins then, but my coin purse is in the back of my backpack, and don't really want to interrupt the recording to put the phone down, etc., etc. I mean, he was harmless, he was genuine. I do have sympathy. Look at that up there. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, there's almost an Italianite look to the yellow coloured tower there. Zoom you up there. And I've spotted a couple of details that warrants a closer look from our good selves. And have a look at that, and look at that. That's St Andrew's, Holborn. Right, where shall we go now? Let's have a look. Was in two minds actually whether to do a recording here, just that all these office blocks just sort of mar some of the sort of views. It's sort of a bit less interesting. But I mean, the individual churches here are so special, there's so much history that it's hard not to sort of walk past them without wanting to record and note some of their great features. I mean, as you can see in your picture, there's a fine equestrian statue there, but you've got this very average modern building behind it, and it just sort of makes the sort of interest a bit less. But we'll try and get down some side streets, because that seems to be my speciality, and the sort of nooks and crannies, the gems that are located within central London, just off of the main thoroughfares. So we've sort of started at Newgate Street, then we crossed the Holborn Viaduct, and now we're on High Holborn. But thinking, shall I go down Fetter Lane? Maybe not. Just trying to find you the best bits of interest, really. Yeah, my right hand is quickly sort of freezing up, so that gives me an indication of just how cold it is. And that's Gresham College, Barnard's Inn. So we're sort of moving into the area of the law courts, the Inns of Court, which I did film a little bit the other day. But this is quite an impressive building there. And there's a fine statue just like so. Okay. And I can show you in here, this looks quite attractive. And pretty pleasant. And gives you a good look at the building opposite. Pub here, referencing what the area is famous for, which is the sector of law. And again, an interesting statue in the middle of your picture, but marred by the sort of construction going on behind it. So we're coming to Chancery Lane Station, and there is a couple of interesting things around it. To show you, this is obviously all about the world wars of the 20th century. World War I and World War II. Yeah, so there's the dates that we all know, and it's the Royal Fusilier City of London Regiment to the glorious memory of the 220,000. No, that can't be right. Or maybe it is. Who fell in the Great War. It's a lot of people. But look at this. I mean, this is, to me, the glory that's just outside Chancery Lane Station. It's in a mock Tudor style, so an early 20th century style, but obviously on a much older building. So the painting and restoration has occurred over what I think was probably an older structure. But every time I pass Chancery Lane, I just have to stop and look at this black and white masterpiece. And in fact, I need to check it out from the other side. So that gives you a good look. I mean, just the way that there's a slight bend in the structure. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm popping over there again to get a closer look if I can. Being careful not to get knocked over. So just by Chancery Lane Station at the moment. Let's hop across. And you can see that it's on the ground floor, various premises, retail. There's a shoe shop, low shoemakers. High quality but expensive, like almost everything is. Just showing you a little bit of that. Yes, just always appealed to me, this building. And you've got a Citizen watch shop. Always looking out for nice quality boots, because I do so much walking that I find the heel wears down, of course, but even the sole seems to get holes in it. I think the quality of shoes today is a lot less than it used to be. Those middle ones I like, but I'm not going to pay £285 at the moment. And then just look at some of the detail up there. These metal wires, they're just to stop pigeons. You'll see that everywhere. Shall we go down? No, I won't. We've got to press on. There's so much I need to show you, but of course there's just gems down every side street. But let's pop back over the road. And then showing you a view looking back to the financial district, looking east towards the City of London. Yeah, there's been times in the past where I've seen this road completely full of traffic. I've seen the pavements heaving with people. Today is one of those times where it won't ever be more empty. Now, this is a bit special here. I'll show you this. The servants of the inn have orders to remove all hawkers, disorderly people and those causing a nuisance. So hopefully I don't fall into any of those categories. No motor cars, bicycles are allowed into these premises except in the case of persons having business in the inn. Non-residents must not bring dogs into the inn unless registered. And I'm not going to explore there, it's not time today, but this pub here, the City of York, is a bit interesting. It's got a date there which says it was a site of a public house since 1430, but the magnificent interior, which unfortunately I can't show you because it's closed, dates from the early 20th century, and it's well worth a look if it ever does reopen. It's just absolutely spectacular inside. You wouldn't really be able to tell from the outside, but it's certainly worth a look. And back across we go to the other side. It's certainly a day like today is a cyclist's dream. The roads just completely motor free. Just realised I didn't introduce the date at the beginning of the recording. It is Monday, December the 28th. It's a bank holiday Monday, so in feel similar to a Sunday, but of course even quieter than in normal times. And love that old-fashioned paper shop there, Central News. And I'm walking south on Chancery Lane at the moment, passing right through the heart of legal London. These buildings on the right will all be connected, although this one on the right is the headquarters of the Inns of Court and City Yeomanry Signal Squadron. Just let you enjoy the sound of the seagulls. The river's about a mile and a half away, but there's just so much food for them all over London that they're just busy everywhere constantly. And we need to have a look at this over here. Quality Court. This is a bit special. Never been down here, and you've got something called Quality House there. So obviously lots of bike space there for the sort of right on eco-friendly barristers and lawyers. There's the older Quality Court sign, new one there. And Urban Adventures always brings you steam coming out of buildings. That's just favourite of mine. There's an interesting heritage plaque there, the Cromwell Association, John Thurlow, Secretary of State, 1652, Bencher of Lincoln's Inn, 1654, lived in Old Square at various times. John Thurlow. Looks less of an interesting passageway, but you can never be too sure. Just never know what's down any of these places. And there's such a thing called the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn. And this is a bit special here, this wig makers, established 1689, and I'm assuming that's pronounced Ede and Ravenscroft Limited. So for me that just conjures up whole sorts of images connected to Charles Dickens novels. You've got wigs, gowns, hoods, and some objects connected to the process of making those. So that's not something you'll find in many parts of the world. There's an interesting face just there. Legastat, established 1953. And this is pretty special here. A. Woodhouse and Sons, the Silver Mousetrap, established 1690. So the grill is up, the grill is down, so I can't show you the front, but I think that would probably be something a bit special. And let's have a look over here. There's your iconic red telephone boxes. And looking through one of the Inns of Court there, showing you some details on the stonework. And over here is an absolutely magnificent pub, which of course is not open today, called the Seven Stars. And I've been in there I think 2 or 3 times, and what I remember is that they had a pet cat who was particularly friendly. But some unusual lettering there: soused herring and potato salad. And the Cabinet of Jurisprudence. And there's some sort of animal skeleton with a wig on there. Well, it does explain what each prop or item means. And a stuffed owl or something. The Cabinet of Largesse. The Ammonite and the Cuprolite. It says gastronomic pub food. And Mesroxy Beaujolais sells Adnams fine ales from the Soul Bay Brewery, Southwold. So it's just a bit oldie-woldy in central London. So that's your 7 stars, and then the wig box next to it. And again, some pretty fine faces there. And there's a date from this building of 1888. There is Sir Thomas More, sometime Lord High Chancellor of England, You've been watching Kent Davidson Urban Adventures. I'm going to sign off now, but for more of the same, check out my channel where I cover a number of other London districts. Bye for now.